From Northern Avenue in Yerevan, this is ＳիվիլՆեթ's Daily News Digest. I'm Mamikon and here are the top stories for Wednesday, March 5. The National Competitiveness Report presents the most critical social challenges for Armenia. Also, Sweden opens an embassy in Yerevan. Plus, an Armenian villager held by the Azerbaijani military is repatriated. And later, how many Armenian billionaires are there in the world? Unemployment, poverty, and immigration are the most critical social challenges for Armenia. This, according to the newly released National Competitiveness Report of Armenia, 2013-2014. The report, prepared by EV Consulting and Economy and Values Research Center, aimed to study and disclose the key constraints for long-term and stable economic growth in the country. The report points out 4 fundamental constraints to stable economic growth. The first, distortions in the competitive landscape, thereby the creation of a level playing field and transparency is imperative. Second, lack of self-discovery, meaning the absence of a cohesive industrial policy that would engage key stakeholders and ensure foreign direct investments. Third, insufficient quality of human capital that will require massive investment in education. And lastly, 4, a one-dimensional financial system. Mamikon Khojoyan, one of the authors of the report, said that the absence of fair competition and the shadow economy have adverse effects that are multi-layered for companies and on the country. He stated, "The shadow economy is the main problem in creating a framework for fair competition, and all other problems originate from this." The report states that while curtailing the shadow economy is purportedly one of the priorities of the government's agenda, it resembles searching in the darkness because there are no reliable assessments of the actual size and depth of the shadow economy. Prime Minister Tikran Sarkisyan was at the presentation and in his remarks said that competitiveness was integral to productivity in the economy, but that his government, quote, had not been able to secure a fair and equal competitive environment. The government of Sweden officially opened an embassy in Yerevan this week. Swedish Ambassador Diana Janse, who is based in Tbilisi, Georgia, was in Yerevan on March 3 for the official opening. The Embassy of Sweden will be co-located in the Embassy of the United Kingdom here in Yerevan. The Swedish Chargé d'Affaires Martina Quick will be based in Yerevan. The same day, the Swedish government also opened an embassy in Baku, Azerbaijan. A cooperation agreement between the education ministries of Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh for 2014-2020 was signed in Stepanakert yesterday. As we had reported, Minister Armen Khojoyan had traveled to Artsakh to meet with his counterpart and take part in a number of meetings and events. According to the cooperation agreement, each year 60 undergraduate students, 30 graduate students, and 5 postgraduate students from Artsakh will be exempted from tuition fees in Armenian universities. Mamikon Khojoyan, the 77-year-old native of the village of Verin-Garmirakhpur, who accidentally crossed into Azerbaijani territory on January 28, 2014, has been returned back to Armenia. Khojoyan had inadvertently crossed the border after violent skirmishes erupted between Armenian and Azerbaijani troops in mid-January. The Azerbaijani military claimed Khojoyan was working as a spy. ＳivilNet contacted the International Committee of the Red Cross in Yerevan yesterday to confirm the repatriation. The ICRC said that Khojoyan had already crossed the border back into Armenia and was undergoing medical attention. Khojoyan, who suffers from mental illness, was apparently a victim of abuse. We found out early this morning from the Defense Ministry that he does have a broken arm and suffered from gunshot wounds. We'll be bringing you more on this later tomorrow. Within the framework of a state assistance program, Armenia's Ministry of Agriculture will provide Armenian farmers and villagers with nitric, potassic, and phosphoric fertilizers at affordable prices, well below market value. The fertilizers will be imported to Armenia from the Russian Federation, Iran, and Georgia, and will be allocated to farmers in Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh starting this week. Russia has deployed new multi-purpose 4th-generation MiG MiG-29 fighter jets to its military base in Armenia. The jets are currently at the Erepuni military air dome undergoing capital repairs. The Russian unit already has 16 MiG-29s. In October 2013, the commander of the aviation unit of the Russian base, Colonel Alexander Petrov, had announced that the Kremlin had plans to include modern military aircraft stationed in Armenia. There has also been a significant increase in training flights by Russian pilots in Armenia. There are plans to also deploy about 24 combat helicopters later this year. Armenia will be represented at the world's leading travel show, the ITB Berlin Travel Trade Show, from March 5 to 9. The National Competitiveness Foundation of Armenia and 19 tourist organizations will be participating. Approximately 10,000 travel agencies from 180 countries will be taking part, and over 170,000 visitors are expected to attend. ＳիվիլNeթ's reporter Maria Hovsepian will be in Berlin and will return with some reports from the trade show. Stay tuned. The 2014 Forbes Billionaires List includes 6 Armenians. Leading the pack once again is Mamikon Khojoyan, whose net worth is estimated to be $4.5 billion. He comes in at 328th in the world. In 345th is Russian-based Armenian businessman and owner of the Dashi Group, Samvel Garabedyan, with a net worth of $4.3 billion. Danil Khachadurov, a partner in the Rosgostrach insurance company, is 663rd in the list with a net worth of $2.6 billion. Argentinian Armenian businessman Eduardo Ernequian came in at 931st. The 81-year-old tycoon's net worth is $1.9 billion. Brothers and owners of Reso Garantia insurance company, Sergei and Nikolai Sarkisovs, are 1,465th on the list with a net worth each of $1.1 billion. According to Forbes, the ranks of the world's billionaires continues to grow and stretch to new corners of the world. There are 1,645 billionaires with an aggregate net worth of $6.4 trillion, up from $5.4 trillion a year ago. There is a record 268 new billionaires this year, including 42 new women, another record. In total, there are 172 women on the Forbes list. Azerbaijani hackers disrupted live broadcasting of the European Individual Chess Championships taking place in Yerevan by hacking into the championship website. Web administrators issued the following statement on their site: "Dear followers of the European Individual Chess Championship 2014, because of a great number of hacker attacks, there were some problems connected with the broadcasting of the live games. We apologize and assure you that our IT specialists are doing their best to provide you with high-quality broadcasting." Armenia's national football team traveled to Krasnodar, Russia yesterday to take part in a friendly match with the Russian team scheduled to take place today. Here are some images of how the Armenian team was greeted upon arrival to the airport in Krasnodar. Social media was buzzing following the 86th Annual Academy Awards on Sunday about Big Mama's and Papa's Pizza. The restaurant chain received the biggest PR promotion in the company's history when host Ellen DeGeneres actually ordered 3 pizzas during the live show. An unsuspecting Edgar Mardirosyan, a pizza delivery man for the chain, was suddenly led on stage during the awards ceremony where he got to serve pizza to famous celebrities including Brad Pitt, Jennifer Lawrence, and his longtime favorite Julia Roberts. And not only. The next day he appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show to talk about his remarkable experience and even received a $1,000 tip. The owners of the pizza chain, Ararat and Alan Aghaganyan, stated that since the pizza's appearance on the Academy Awards, business has been booming. Big Mama's and Papa's Pizza has a reputation for serving the largest deliverable pizza. Now that's a real winner. But just as a side note, a young director living in Armenia posted the following on her Facebook page about this event. She said, "In fact, it's all a big lie. Studying abroad, a diploma, cinema, and stuff like that. We should go and deliver pizzas. That is apparently the shortest route to appearing on the Oscar stage." Now, that is some food for thought. The exchange rate is up on your screen as we take a look at your forecast. It'll be a partly cloudy day in Yerevan with a high of 13 and a low of 0. Gyumri will have a high of 3 and a low of -7. Stepanakert will be partly cloudy with a high of 18 and a low of 4. And our travel forecast today takes us to the city of Vagar-Shapat, where the high will be 13 and the low a 0. Vagar-Shapat is one of the most historic cities in Armenia, having history that dates back several millennia. Within the city's immediate region, Neolithic monuments have been found that date back to the 3rd millennia BC. However, the first written records of the city date back to the 7th century BC in inscriptions written by Urartian king Rusa II, where the city was named Gurlini. According to Moses Khorenatsi, the city's name was changed to Vartkesavan in honor of Prince Manuk Vartkes, who served under Orontes I of Armenia in the 6th century BC. Then, in the 1st century AD, the city received its current name of Vagar-Shapat after Vagash I of Armenia renovated the city. It was during this period when Vagar-Shapat served as the capital of the Armenian kingdom until 330 AD. After the adoption of Christianity as the official state religion of Armenia, the city became the spiritual center because the mother cathedral of Echmiadzin was built there. After the 5th century AD, the importance and prominence of the city declined as a result of foreign invasion and domination. It was not until the High Middle Ages when the city was renovated and revived, particularly under the Bagratid dynasty. However, this was short-ruled as Turkic and Muslim invaders eventually conquered the city in the 1300s. In the late 1800s, as a result of the Russo-Persian War, the area was transferred to the Russian Empire as a result of the Treaty of Turkmenchai. Under Soviet rule, the modern foundations of the city were laid. Alexander Tamanyan, designer of Yerevan, developed Vaghashabad in 1925. Today, Vaghashabad is home to many priceless and historically significant monuments, such as the Cathedral of Echmiadzin and the monasteries of Hripsme, Gaine, Astvazadzin, and Shogagat. Located nearby is also the ruins of the monastery of Zvartnots. Today, the city is the spiritual home of the Armenian nation and is a major tourist site. Vaghashabad's population is currently about 59,000 people, and it is the 4th largest city in Armenia. And that is our digest for this Wednesday, March 5. We leave you today with Vaghashabadi Bar, performed by the Cilicia Symphony Orchestra. Enjoy, and I will see you all back here again tomorrow.